It says we're on, right? Let's see if we can find it now, as usual. Your channel. Second account, fun. Save the playlist, live streams, done. And click on it. And hopefully here. Yep, we're talking. Okay. I had to bounce quickly there and get a library as well. We can't be turning up in a bog standard library. There'll be too much abuse. Race entry. Oh, come on, I just changed my library. 7 minutes. 7 minutes to do that. I literally just changed that shit, did I not? I could have swore I did. Perhaps we didn't. There we go, Monster Energy one. JJ is in the house. How did your race go, JJ? Anyway, forgot to ask you. How did your first one go? Jesse's in the house. Hello, you beeped? What do you mean? I don't remember beeping. Although if I was to drive past you, I would definitely beep my horn. For sure. Miss Jessie. You changed the livery on the wrong car. What, there now? Really? Right, so that's not, that's the right car. It's yellow. That was the right one. Your phone beeped? Oh, right, I know what you mean. No, I ended my stream and I'm on my second account now. So I'm going to have a bit of fun in the second account. That's why your phone has beeped, love, because you must have hit that bell and you know every time that I'm going live. Race Sandry, we should kind of have a bit of a drive round. Like, the car felt nice in that old lobby. You got 17th, that big F. And Jerry's in the house as well. Hello, Jerry. We can take our time. Come a little closer. Let's go over. Was there any AMGs, I wonder? Up in the top 10 of the leaderboard. Just to have a quick look and maybe see where they're changing gears. We'll be revving it out anyway at the moment, unless we'll get information otherwise that we're meant to short shift it. We can take our time. What are you in shock for, Jerry? What has shocked you? Yeah, there's someone up there in the AMG anyway. Car settings. Get away, I'm a big boy. I'm a big boy now. We don't use traction control. What were you thinking, Mr. Turismo? Hard tires. And I kind of do want to go out. I know this is going to give me a false reading of how the car is going to handle. Like a wee bit of an idea. JJ, are you sure the front tires were a bit quicker in this one. You definitely think. We'll leave the radar on anyway. We're on a minute. See if it does anything silly. Ah, you're still in shock that I don't know Mark Bolan, and I still haven't typed that shit in either. Well, if he is a badass singer, no doubt when I do type him in, I shall be thanking you very much if there's another 5 or 6 new songs that I can learn that I like. I love finding new singers who I like. I need to listen a bit more to Ellie King. Me and Jesse had a wee spell where Ellie King was played quite a lot. She's got a very unique voice. You can tell it's her straight away whenever you listen to her sing. Again, the car's not doing anything silly on me. It's stepping out at the back end anyway. At 2 to the rear, so we'll leave it 2 to the rear and see what way the tires are wearing. Easily flat. I don't even want to drive it like that. It's gonna mess me up. In the middle for quali. +2 for the race. Which vehicle is spelt the same forwards and backwards? Jesse. Which vehicle is spelled the same forwards and backwards? No pressure. You can answer another day. No, I want that fucking answer today. Which vehicle is spelled the same forwards as backwards? Is it a trick question, Jesse? Tell me that first. Is it a trick question, or is there a real vehicle out there that we're looking for? We're not looking for some kind of Matchbox toy or something, are we? Sean will maybe know that. Sean, which vehicle is spelt the same forwards and backwards? Jesse has just fired out a question, and now that's stuck in my mind. Jerry's just worked it out. Good damn you, Jerry. Is it a trick question, Jerry? Is she trying to catch us all out? No, it's not a trick, she says. Can I say it? Yes, go, Jerry, say it. Although none of us believe that you just worked that out. I believe you had your telephone quite handy and perhaps googled that stuff. Ha ha, it is not a race car. It is alright. Very good, very good. Where did you get that one, Jesse? What, you've been googling shit? Where did you get that question? You haven't came up with that question all by yourself. Where did you get that from? That's an old one. My old favourite one is what's twice the half of 2.5. JJ already knows the answer, so JJ, don't you tell them. But my granddad used to say that to me all the time. He used to say, what's twice the half of 2.5? That was his wee puzzler for me. You've told it to me before, proof that I never listened to you. That's not true. I have to listen. I'm under strict rules. We're a good number again for the second account. Do we know anybody? Supersonic was in the house. Or 4am, Stormzy was in the house. Who else was there here? Was there anybody else in the AMGs? Or were we the only AMG driver to turn up that day? Rye is also in the house. Yeah, very good, very good. It was really Jerry's mum then who helped him figure that one out. Who is the best at using the lasso? JJ wants to know. I'm keeping my eyes open for a world-class lassoer, and I'm gonna send them your direction at some point. What sort of lobby is this one? A top 3 for 200 points in this one, and out we go. Thanks for the wave earlier. It was very royal looking, wasn't it? She gave the old wrist and all a bit of a go. That's our own wee VIP area up there. And I have my offer motorbike that we have as an ornament in the bar in the background. We had to take the 2 wing mirrors off it in order for it to fit in there. So I have one of those wing mirrors here on my car, and up in her VIP area she also has the other wing mirror, so we can keep an eye on each other's screens and what have you. We need to get her on Gran Turismo more. She was having a bit of fun on Gran Turismo on the hand controller, and then I've just remembered a couple of weeks ago I want her to Fred. She went around to her sisters and she came back home bumming and blowing about how much fun she had on some wee racing game that they had around there, where they just held a wee steering wheel in front of them and moved it. And I said, dear, well, that's how you need to play Gran Turismo then, on your hand controller. If she was having fun with that. Very royal, you were touched. Right. Nothing can surely upset us on a second account. Monster Energy, number 23. I don't know any famous motocrosses or anything that we can even say, but that's why we like that. JJ says go in the middle as well in qualifying. We'll get the radar on. I think, boys, anybody want to let me past them? What about you, sir? I must have you wanted. Second gear is actually a wee bit low for that corner. I might just leave it in third in that one. Right, I'll change it after this race, but my steering wheel is different now. Remember, we changed the settings and we're at 068. Have I got time? No, I don't have time. This is qualifying. Just hit your qualifying lap now. Forgot to change that. Right, and I would like a wee bit of space now built up if we can. Hopefully they'll not be going for us through chicane. Right, were people going to slow down, or what did you think? No, there was no slowing down in this lobby. They all wanted a race. Right, let's go. I'm liking the feel of it so far, I have to say. I'm not sure how quick it is in a straight line compared to the Jag, but it feels nice in the corners. A lot more rotation. Are we in that slip? Surely we're in it. Come on, man. Ah, you've a big set of dirty tires. Nah, damn it. He's gonna be slow. Oh, come on, man. God damn it. We'll have to nudge him on, but he's gonna be slow now. Die. Not my fault, not my fault. He should have backed out the ad lap anyway. That's ruined our first dig at it. Can we get a bit lucky? And get a good second lap, I wonder. Oh! Right. Is it slow in a straight line? I know it feels nice to drive, but I wasn't expecting that lap to be that poor. Slower again. Although this is where we lost all the time up here, I think, isn't it, on the chicane? Is he coming for a pass? Does he want to have a pass? No, he doesn't. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, mate. Thank you. Gentleman. Still, it must be slow in a straight line, I think, this one. A big comeback race required. Did anybody ever find out what twice a half of 2.5 was? That's what I'm wondering. Bum bum. Or else, let's say this, Sean. You're a working man. I'm not sure what you work at, but you're a long distance lorry driver. You get stuck. You get your lorry stuck under a flyover. You're jammed, and you can't go forward and you can't go backwards, and you're stuck there. What do? Any good lorry driver just gets out of that straight away. Do you know how to get out of that when you're jammed under a bridge? And the other one is, what's twice the half of 2.5? It's actually very, very easy whenever it's just how it rolls off the tongue that makes it a wee bit confusing. But yes, what's twice the half of 2.5? And if you're driving a 40-foot lorry and you get stuck and wedged under a bridge, how do you fix that? Yes, I know, Jesse, don't you do it. Don't you tell him the answer. 8man is in. AMG suffers without the slipstream. Yeah, I thought that because it feels lovely in the corners there, but the lap time was not there at all. Should be a fun one, but we'll have to be aggressive then. 16th on the grid. Can't remember what number was on the door. A big number, but I think it was number 13 or something. 8man went from 19th to 10th and got 115 points in your race. Well done. Well done, sir. You're a railway engineer, for fuck's sake. you should know that, boys. Come on, is there none of you out there, Jerry? Ask your mum. Your mum will know. Say to your mum, Mum, if you were driving a big lorry and you got stuck under a bridge and you were just jammed, and your mum will know what to do straight away, I bet you. I know what to do straight away. Stephen listens to no one. What are you saying? I'm going to have to give you the answer up now. You aren't getting it. No. We're just on the second account now, Villa, for a wee bit of fun. The car felt lovely there when I was driving around on my own, but the lap times say it is slow. Don't tell them, right? I'm not telling them then. What's that other one you said there? What has none in a second, 1 in a minute, and 2 in a moment? Yeah, look, an answer another day. Well, we should maybe do that. Try to get people coming back, turn them into regulars. We'll give them puzzles. We can take our time. I know the answer to Jesse's one. Although I think you have asked the question slightly wrong. Did Jerry's mum know the answer? She's just laughing at you. You go to sleep, she says. Right, a bit of fun hopefully coming up. JJ says to go 2 to the rear, but we're already up 2 to the rear. Oh, Stormzy's. Stormzy, oh, what a Stormzy. Doing back after winning the last one. He's maybe lost a lot of ratings just recently. I'm hoping to get back up there. This qualifying has not went good for him. And I need a slipstream apparently, and look at that, it's gone already. God damn you, Mr. Turismo. He's coming for it. He's coming for it. You can tell he's hungry already. Let's have a lift on the coast and hopefully he mistimes that shit. Like the fool that we thought he might have been. And he does indeed. My goodness. Live on stream, a big red face for that guy. Come on, son, on you go. It's Rye in front of us. Excuse me. I'll lift on the coast. Don't want to do nothing silly on Rye. That's maybe his main account, or still he's on. And there's Stormzy. Surely he's gonna win it. No, he's not even the same one as the last one, is he? Come on, get in. Again, Rye's gonna be back at us. Did he want it? He did want it. Of course he wanted it. Don't think Rye will miss time is breaking, but again we'll lift early. Look more for the cutback. Oh, I can't look at that, chat. I can't. I'm just going to drive up the track, even in a goddamn straight line. I can't do that. I took a chunk of that pretty good. Come on, Rye, head down. On you go, son. Oh, what a break there. There's no hurry, don't you worry. We can take our time. I don't even want it off, right? Feeling guilty in this second account. I want the effect. Anybody really? I'm not really getting a nice wee run on him. Oh, Rye, you're missing all sorts of apexes. Is it because I'm behind you? Right, we are needing to do something. We're needing to do something. Come on, Rye, on you go. Come on. Look at that big queue. There's a big bunch of them up there for you to gobble up in no time. Oh, there's been an incident, Mr. Supersonic. Where did he want to go? Awareness. Awareness, gentlemen. Just hold your goddamn line. Yeah, at least we maybe have a bit of a slipstream now. Can that help us stay ahead of Rye? Surely we'll be fast enough in a slipstream. Come on. My goodness, he wanted to really defend us. Oh, I'll try and hang around the outside if he's going to beat that. Oh, go on, a nice wee nudge from Rye. Oh, no, again. We'll leave our nose there, but we'll leave our nose there because Rye is right behind us. Maybe help him out as well, and he just drives off the track all on his own, and there's a free position for Mr. Rye. Stay behind me, Rye. We'll try and take your places, sir. Come on. My goodness. That's terrible looking like. I have to defend it. I have to defend it, Rye. If we make we're quicker than you. Come on, come on, come on. Get your nose out in front of him. Get your nose out in front of him. No, if he wants us, he's got us here. He's a gentleman. He lifted off. He had the line there if he wanted it. Right, a good chicane. Can we get a bit of a gap? There we go. The pressure's off the ass area. Although he's going to just drive past us here. We need a bigger gap than that. Go on, let me hit me on line here. Oh, again, we had to go a wee bit deep just because we're anticipating a lunge or nose to the inside. And if he gets a wee one on me here, I'm going to let him have it. Go on, take the line. Oh. Right, now hopefully he'll maybe feel a wee bit better because I'm behind him. He should know. How the drive. Give him a nudge on, win we can. Let's go. Go on you go. Let's get you into the top 10. Oh. Again, big slow car in the apex can only help Rye anyway. Don't you worry. Look at the front tire. We need to go more to the rear. And there's a 3 for the price of 1 sale about to open up. Oh, come on, look the steady after driving. My goodness, gentlemen, I'll take it like this. It'll open everything up for me, you fools. And I seen how aggressive you boys were there, so I'm going to join that aggressive stuff as well. Did you not hear the story about the middle-aged Irishman on a second account that he didn't give a damn about? And Rice followed us through as well. Come on, get in there. Definitely, this is meant to be drove much more to the rear. I need to try that now. I need to go all to the rear. I just hope the car doesn't slide out on me now. The front tires are going to be dead. That felt okay. That didn't feel unstable or anything there. Come on, let me in that slipstream. There we go. We're certainly not smooth anyway, but a lot of squealing of the tyres. We've got a wee bit of a slip still. Yeah, I need to start changing those braking areas already with those tyres. And Dino is on his way back as well. Was he on his own? It looks like a wee bit of a gap behind us. There we go, a bit more patience. Don't you worry, you can take our time. We'll hand it over to this guy, Dino, because he's quicker. He'll maybe take us forward. Hopefully he'll get a nice run on us. And a nice position on the track. Getting a run into the next one anyway. Big bunch of them up there as well. Might start having a wee bit of a party feature. We'll have a bit of a party feature and that gap will quickly come down. There's 4 of them up there, come on. Come on, come on. I wonder, has Dino's tyres started to affect him a wee bit now as well? He's stopped bringing us down. He's just on the edge of the slip. This is a nice spot for us. If he gets a nice run on us, we'll be able to hand it over with no time lost really at all. Did he get that one good? Oh, he's got that one worse than us. Let's get the indicator on, or the hazards on. Let's let the man know. Go on, go on. You've caught me. Now go on. continue with your speed. If you would, please, Dino, take me places. It's only a wee land of it, hopefully. It's not for keepsies. Go on you go, mate. In case you're wondering as well, I know I should be changing gear maybe up to 6 to go faster. I'm thinking more about getting rid of the fuel, so I'm staying in 5th. Apologies if I'm missing anything. Go on, son. Go on. Hit your own line. We don't want it. Come on. Ah, come on. Why are you defending that shit? We'll just handed that to you on a plate. We clearly don't want any of it. If you start defending like that, it will be a very small land of it, sir. We shall want that shit back ASAP if you're wanting to defend it like that. I tried to make friends, but he was going to lose time there, for sure. Was he coming for it? He'll surely get a clean run past us now. It'll entertain him when he watches it back. Well, what am I missing? What am I missing? You dirty dog. Let's give him the racing line again and we'll lift off. Let the man have it. We can't get rid of him, but again, the second time we tried to make friends with the man and give him a bit of confidence. If you just stay on the fast line, we'll push you forward, sir. I did not come here for 9th place. Surely you didn't come here for 9th place either. There's an R3 just on up the road, and that is hopefully just a land of it. Slap 11, one to go at the end of this one. There's no hurry. Was those 3 on up the road about to have some side-by-side action? They were about to have some side-by-side action. They could still come back to us on the last lap. They're all running out of patience now. They're all thinking last lap. Their team boss is on the radio. Permission for the wild crazy lunge is now available for every one of those guys. Again, loads of patience. Now Dino, it's the last lap, sir. Pretend we're going to nudge him, but he's left himself a wee space on the inside. It is the last lap, sir. This shit has to go down now or never. Where are those other 3 gonna get into any action for us? 2 of them now is the guy out front. He's dropped them ever so slightly. And a wee nudge from Dino. Still not over yet with those two. Those two are that close to each other. They could definitely have a few words. And there they go. They're communicating now. He's communicating with us as well, but sure. What can we do? What can we do? I'm looking in front of me rather than worrying about him. And try to hang that shit around the outside. Can we get a badass drive side besides through the chicane? Should not go down, gentlemen. That's a top 7 for me. If any shit goes down, come on, get a good exit. No, we're too far back. We're too far back. Even for the wild, crazy motocross style block pass. And we're going to have to take an unusual defensive line here as well, just to discourage him behind us. We have a big slow car on the apex and nowhere to go. Ninth, what number was on the door? Number 14. So we'll have improved a wee bit. Definitely struggling in a straight line though for pace. Right, what have I missed? What are you talking about? It'll entertain him when he watches it back. Right, I'm going to have to scroll back. Holy shit, haven't heard his name in years. Stephen, what have I missed? It can be cracked, it can be made, it can be told, and it can be played. What is it? Cracked, made. I'll think about that one. I'll have to come back to that. I think it's going to take me 20 fucking minutes now catching up with chat, and then you're going to keep on talking. It'd be better just keep me up to date once the race is over. I'll tell you, it's a really hard one. One of my favourite ones. What's 12 foot by 6 foot green, and if it fell on you out of a tree, it would kill you. Huh? It's a hard one. I think I am just going to have to catch up with most of that tomorrow. There's no hurry. Oh, the plane one, yeah, I've heard that one where they bury the survivors. That was an old one. Did anybody ever get what's twice to have a 2.5? Or else, if you're stuck on a 40-foot lorry, what goes down? I'll tell you the answer. If you're jammed under a bridge in a 40-foot lorry and you can't get out, just jump out and let a wee bit of air out of your tires, gentlemen. And there you go. Problem sorted. Lower the vehicle by a wee half-inch. One of my favourite ones, now I've asked this before, so if any of you are in the chat and you already know it, please don't spoil this, because Sean might not have heard it if Sean's still there. I'm just going back. I will read that tomorrow or something. So well, Benson, top 10, not bad. Struggling in a straight line, this car for sure. The straight line speed isn't there. But here's my one for any of you who don't know. What should you do in this scenario, right? You're on a horse. You've got an elephant directly behind you, chasing you. You've got a tiger on your right hand side and a wildebeest in front of you. And on your left hand side, there's a huge drop. What do you do? What should you do? Can anyone have a guess? You're on a horse. There's an elephant behind you, chasing you. There's a lion on the right hand side of you, and a wildebeest in front of you, and a big drop on the left hand side. What do you do in that scenario? Not this again, JJ. I love it. That's one of my favourite ones. JJ, did you not like that? I'll tell you what you need to do. If you ever find yourself on a horse with an elephant chasing you, a tiger on the right hand side, a wildebeest in front of you, and a big drop off on your left hand side, you need to get your drunk ass off the merry-go-round and make your way home. Huh? Jump onto the land, says Benson. I love that one. I like my wee silly jokes. What one ball say to the other ball? Your man in the middle's a dick. What the other ball say? Him round the corner's an arsehole. Oh, simple but effective. Did any of you find out what's 12 foot by 6 foot green, and if it fell on you from a tree, it would kill you? That's a full-size snooker table. Huh? You can't deny that would definitely kill you. If a full-size snooker table fell from a tree and landed on you, it would kill you. Huh? We can take our time. I think the whole race there, I think JJ was wrong about the two to the rear. I think that car has to be driven all to the rear. And over a half an hour before the next one. Is there a £20 million car to be won on the second account? A race car. I just don't want a road car. Give me a race car that'll maybe be used at some point. Go on. The Citroen. Group 3 by the looks of it, is it? Yep. I was right. We can take our time. Benson had a wee giggle at that one. Did you like it? I love that. My granda used to tell a wee joke as well about a chicken. A man walks into a bar and he has a box. He sets the box on top of the bar and he pulls out a chicken and he sets the chicken on top of the box. And the chicken just starts dancing. It just starts walking about on top of the box, lifting its feet up and down, and it's dancing away and dancing away. And the barman says, "Fuck me, that's a hell of a fucking trick you've got there. Where did you get that chicken?" He says, "That's just one of my ordinary chickens." He says, "You're joking, you've got lots of chickens that do that." He says, "Yep, every one of them do it." He says, "Could I possibly buy that chicken off you?" So he ended up, he sold it like for hundreds and hundreds of pounds, made himself a fortune, and he's at home. And the barman rings him and says, "Listen, I can't get the fucking bird to stop dancing. How do you stop it from dancing?" And he says, "Blow the candle out that's in the box." Well, that's why he was dancing. His feet was fucking scalding, and he's on top of the box. And he had to keep dancing. Keith is in the house as well. Hello, Keith. Nice to see you, sir. Hopefully you're all well. What do you want, gentlemen? Are you going again? I'll happily keep going. I'll make a wee lobby and see if we can get a fun lobby going. But if there's nothing to do by the time the next one comes around, I might as well go again for a bit of fun. Create room. What have we got saved on this profile? I'll go to Goodwood. Why not? Why not? Easy money, yeah. We can take our time. Oh, did Jesse tell you the pink fluff one? That again, that's one of my favourites. What's pink and fluffy? Pink fluff. And then your very next question after that is, what's blue and fluffy? And then they say blue fluff, and you say no, pink fluff, only it's dyed blue. Cast them out. We can take our time. Come a little closer. We'll go down to our usual 9 laps. I used to know loads of jokes. Swear to God, see, when my memory used to be really, really good when it came to jokes. Now trying to remember some of them. I like that one. It's better actually to read it in a text message. But the four Jamaicans are at the pub and they're all talking about what the fastest thing in the world is. And the first one, Leroy or something, he says, I think the fastest thing in the world is a thought, because before you can think the thought, it already thunk or whatever. And his mate says, no man, the fastest thing in the world is a blink, because before you can think to blink, you already blunk. And the third one says, no man, you're both wrong. He says, I think the fastest thing in the world is electricity, because before you switch on the light, it already dark before you get into the room, or before you can think. Something like that. I fucked that bit up a bit, but you'll get it in the end. And the fourth one laughs his bollocks off and says, no man, the fastest thing in the world is diarrhea, because last night before I could think, blink or switch out the light, I shit myself. I always like that one too, although it's a lot funnier. Some are funnier in a text message when you're reading them rather than trying to say them. We can take our time. If anything else needs change, we can change that. The simple ones are hard to beat. I love the wee quick one-liners or something. Number jokes are good. Why is number 6 a skirt of number 7? Because 7, 8, 9. I'd be a skirt of number 7 too. Bella's having a wee giggle. We'll see if anyone joins here. I'm not sure what time the next one was at, but we had a good half hour there to chill out anyway. So we'll see if we're going back. More bit of fun on that. A nice wee lucky cigarette. Big D was in the house. Attention please. Get Big D. Make your way to the manager's office. It's a Big D. It's a new account as well. And the question that always appears on the mind with new accounts is, has Big D made this new account just for me? Just to come and see me today. Who is it? Is it Key on another account? Is it Super GT? It might even be Beyonce. Who knows what Beyonce's up to, or Kylie Minogue, or whoever. It could be anybody. Right now it's the same amount of possibility that it's Sylvester Stallone or Lewis Hamilton as what it is anybody, really, isn't it? Nice to meet you if you are there, Sylvester, if you're on the stream having a wee nosy, if you've heard the rumours and you thought you'd hop in to check it out. What other ones, Jesse? Can you think of any other ones I used to know years ago? That used to be my thing. If there was a party or something, I knew a shitload of jokes. And I was always very good at remembering them as well. Whenever I was at work and all, I don't know if jokes have disappeared now or what it's like when people is at work. But when I was at work, like, the amount of jokes that you heard and got told was great. You had at least 3 or 4 new ones every week. You've got your thinking head on. Even if you don't know the full joke, if you just say, oh, that one about this. What about the one, right? The wee boy. His mum and dad are very religious, right? And he's only like 9 or 10 years old, and he has a wee bottle of acid, and he runs about everywhere with this wee bottle of acid, and his mum and dad cannot make him get rid of it. So they take drastic measures, and they go to the priest, and they bring him to the priest to have a word with him. And the priest sets the young lad down and said to him, look, could I swap you this bottle of holy water for your bottle of acid? And the wee boy says, well, what can your holy water do? And the priest says, ha, I once put this on a pregnant woman's belly, and she passed a baby. And the wee lad says, that's fuck all. I put this in a dog's bollocks and it's passed a motorbike. Oh dear. Let's have a nosy. Mr. Gamer, I think we'll be leaving this lobby and going again. 120 libraries, of which 7 were too damn sexy to keep to himself. And there's why. We can take our time. Even now, when there's only a couple in the room, you know, I feel guilty about leaving them. Let's take ourselves in. Oh, what is it? How many MC100 here as well? What a day pick. I'm just going to start the race, and hopefully that'll encourage those to leave the room, and then I'll not have any guilty feelings. Well, JJ says, huh? Did JJ not get that last one about the battle of acid? It was a good. So it's done the rounds many times for years. JJ wants me to explain myself. Well, the holy water was put on a pregnant woman's belly, and she passed a baby, so she just gave birth. But the wee lad thought that she just went faster than a baby and passed a baby that way. So he thought that was nothing compared to the dog passing a motorbike. Yeah. He doesn't understand the acid one. That you need to go back in that stream and listen to that again. Even 13-year-olds have to understand that. Yep, yes, Jesse, that's a good one for JJ. A big hand in the face. How embarrassing. Live on stream, JJ. You didn't catch that one. And if we were all sitting in a real room, you just would have giggled along and pretended you caught that. But because you're writing, you have to know exactly what it is. Sean got it as well. Yeah, JJ does. He was up early this morning as well. He's back to school. The young man's back to school. JJ, how did it go at school anyway? How was your first day back at school? Did you have fun? Surely the teachers were nice to you on your first day back. Not much work done at all. Lots of messing about with your friends. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I know you said you weren't really looking back or looking forward to going back. I love school myself. Just like going in and hanging about with your friends most of the day. My first day at school was yesterday, and it was horrible. Yep. Why? What was horrible about it? Are you getting bullied? Here's a joke. I'm gonna now apologies for this is a wee bit rude, this one, but I'm gonna help JJ with the bullies at school. If there's people who bully you and all at school, then this is what you do. You have to have it all set up properly, right? And it is a wee bit rude, but it'll sort the bully out in no time. His chin will hit the floor. But you say to one of your friends, and you let him in on the joke, and you just say, what do you see what I'm going to do here, right? And then you go to the bully, and you point at your friend, and you laugh as if you're making a fool out of your friend, and you go, he doesn't even know what that noise is. And the bully's called like Bobby or something, and you're getting him, you're winking at him and all, you're just saying, Bobby, he doesn't even know what that noise is. Will I tell him what it is? And the bully's a bully, so he'll want to bully your mate, and he'll laugh as well, and he'll say, I go tell him what it is, and then just turn around and say, that's his balls bouncing off my chin. What can the bully say to that? Huh? Sorry for any very young ones out there listening. It is YouTube, so it's perfectly legal. Sean says he's heard that noise before. I got that on my uncle. One night we had a wee party round here one night, and I first heard that one, and I got the uncle a cracker. I pointed at the cousin or something and just fucking wound the uncle up, and then whenever I says it, his face just dropped. He was like, oh, you bastard. You had an anxiety attack? My goodness. And you're not getting bullied. That's good, but it's a good one to remember for any bullies or arseholes that you do bump into in your life. You're bound to bump into some throughout your life. Keep that one in the pocket. When your son's a bit older, you're going to tell him that one. I hope you're alright, JJ. Young man, you had to go home yesterday. I hope you didn't come home yesterday to get a bit of practice in Gran Turismo or something. I love school. Loads of people do hate it, like. I have to say, I did enjoy myself in school. I didn't really enjoy the work, but enjoyed going and having a laugh every day. The first time I went on the bike, or on the mitch, I'm not sure what other people around the world call it, when you pretend to go to school but you don't. The first time I went on the bike, I done it because a couple of guys says on the way to school, have you never even went on the bike? And so we ended up, I had to be brave enough, or they were all laughing at me. So what we done, there was 3 of us. My mum went to work at 9:30, so we just snuck over the back fields and snuck into my house and went up into the attic, and we were sitting in the attic, and my mum was meant to be at work, so we were just all laughing and joking and yelling and shouting, when all of a sudden I heard my mum shouting upstairs, Stephen, why the fuck are you not at school? And the one who was making all the noise was my cousin Eddie. So I had to climb down out of the loft. My other wee mate Monkey climbed down out of the loft, and my mum says, who else is up there? And Eddie, who was the one making all the noise, who got us caught, he just stayed up there and hid and snuck out of the house later on, about an hour or so later. And my mum made me go back to school. It was an exam day in school, and my teacher, who was like the head of the year, she seen me walking in, and the big smile on her face. She was so proud of me. She was like, "Ah, Stephen, you're here. There's an English exam later. I knew you'd make it. What happened? Did you sleep in?" And I had to say, "Miss, I was on the bike. I was caught on the bike." And she says, "What?" She couldn't believe it. She was astonished. She says, "And why are you back in here now?" And I was like, my mom caught me." And she says, "Why? Where did your mom catch you?" And I said, up in the attic." And she laughed her head off that much. She brought me into the big teacher's room where all the teachers have their tea break. She brought me in there and made me tell the story to all the teachers, as they all pointed and laughed at me. Like there was something wrong with my head. Did anybody else even pick? He's in a Mazda. Someone has a small chance, maybe. Oh, what are you doing, boys? Oh, yeah. Well, I shouldn't I? What time? When is the next one? We're starting now. Talk about feeling guilty, and boys have sat there and done qualifying and all. Should have just left this room open, you know. We'll never see those guys again. Thankfully, they weren't top splitters. Well, hopefully, not miss them that much. Sports race entry. Are we even on time? 8 o'clock. Even more guilt now. There was enough time to let those boys finish that race. A minute before we can take in. We can take our time. Sean says, "What's a school? A school? That's not how I pronounce school, is it? When I was at school? No, that's a polite way. That's how polite people say school. It's time for school. Get your school bag ready." Yeah, JJ, are you going again? We can take our time. You're taking the piss out of the accent. I know. I watched. You can watch some stuff on YouTube as well. I watched something on YouTube once that explained how to do a Northern Ireland accent, and it was all about the vowels. Instead of going A, you go A. Instead of going E, you go E. It's just all he explained to you how to do it, and it was really easy to do. After he explained it, it was like, oh, right enough. Anyone could do that. You just have to be really bold with your vowels. O, O, U, U. He's streaming now. I don't even want to go again now. I want to watch people stream. So do it's not fair. He's a roll. What's happening with you, Benson? Are you going? Are you going again? I need to make him 14 minutes for me to make up my mind where I want to go again. If Benson knows going again, I would love to see. I know. I can always go back and watch the streams again, but it's not the same after you know the result. It's like watching a football match after you know the score. Benson's done. You got P3. Well done. Congratulations, mate. What do I think? Do I think I should end this stream and we'll all head over to JJ? And we'll put a bit of pressure on JJ. We'll see how good JJ is at keeping up with chat. Will you put your mic on, JJ, for me? If I end the stream, will you sing me a song the way I sing songs for you? I'm even going to hear your wee voice saying hello, Scotty. Mightyville is on his fourth one. I'm still. It's near empty, like, but I'm only on my first one. We're sober as a judge. I will have no mic. JJ, please. I'm sad. You're making me sad now. Where is those sad faces? That's not nice of you, JJ. You're really making me cry. There we go. Take that. Surely you'll put your mic on now. Come on, JJ. You don't even have to talk or commentate just through it. Just so as we can hear how you handle it when you get tuck out or when you cry. So we just want to hear your wee voice going, ah, what an idiot. I'm ending the stream. I want to watch. I'm missing out on all the top split races and all as well. I'll have to catch up with that stuff. Okay. Jesse, what are you up to anyway? Are you thinking of coming down soon? Or are you chilling out up there for another while? And will we get a wee Red Dead stream going later maybe? Don't use my own skills against me. Well, I'm coming. I am right. Sorry. Thank you very much. I'm going over to annoy JJ in his chat because he just tortures me in my chat. I'm going over there and you're going to be receiving all sorts of sad faces if you don't turn your mic on and say hello to me. I'll not be able to get over that stuff, JJ. Ah. Right. Well, hopefully we'll see you on JJ's channel. Check the young man out. 13 years old, and it's the same one. Jack Balding Racing 25. Thank you anyone who's hopped on to say hello throughout the day or anything. We'll catch us on JJ's stream. That's where I'm heading.